Hi friends, good morning all of you. Welcome back to Capital Assess. So as you know, ICI has released new scheme of education. We have started classes for new syllabus. For all the subjects, whatever I teach in the old syllabus, I'm teaching in the new syllabus as well, like advanced accounting, financial management, auditing, strategic management. So this is introduction lecture session 1 on auditing and ethics. Previously, in our old system, we have auditing and assurance. So the syllabus is, I think, when I have compared, around 90% of the syllabus is same. 80%, 90% of the syllabus is same. So there are no drastic changes. But when you read the material published by ICI, this one, if you see the screen, which is in blue color, old syllabus material, if you remember, it was in green color, green theme. So this is the new updated material, and this syllabus and this material is applicable from the examinations that are going to be commenced from 2024 May onwards, because we are sitting at the end of July 23 and the immediate exam is November 23. November 23, ICI will conduct old scheme education, which will be the last attempt for old students for all the three levels: foundation, inter, and final. From 2024 May, these exams in the new scheme are going to be commenced. So the first exam in the new system of education, new scheme, is going to be in May 2024. Okay, so these are the chapters. Have a quick look at it. The new scheme of education, auditing and ethics. Previously, we used to call it auditing and assurance, as I told you earlier. Chapter 1, nature, objective, and scope of audit, as it is same. 2, audit strategy, planning, and program, as it is same. 3, risk assessment and internal control. This was chapter 4 in the previous scheme, as it is same. Chapter 3 was audit documentation and evidence. They have split this into two separate chapters. So chapter 4 is audit evidence and chapter 6 is audit documentation. And then 5, audit of items of financial statements. Previously, this was chapter 9, audit of items of financial statements. It remains same, the content remains same. Then completion and review. This is a new chapter. So bits and pieces from different chapters have been compiled into a new chapter. Completion and review. This is in lines with ACCA. If you look at ACCA, this is how the syllabus is divided into chapters. Okay, so maybe probably ICA, while globalizing their practices, they have, done this kind of arrangement. So completion and review, which in my opinion is going to be one of the important areas. Then 8 is audit report, old chapter. Then 9, special features of audit, different types of entities. This is also as it is same previously. Audit of banks. And chapter 11, ethics and terms of audit engagement. This also bits and pieces from different chapters have been compiled and put into this chapter 11. But ethics is, newly introduced, which was in final. But if you remember, even in old syllabus also, ethics and this threats to ethics, safeguards to mitigate the threats, all these things were there. But maybe probably little deeper you will read in chapter 11. So this is going to be introduction class for CA Intermediate Auditing and Ethics new scheme, but which is completely relevant for old syllabus students also. If you are an old syllabus student, closing your eyes confidently, you can attend this class because this is relevant to you as well. So chapter 1, as we have discussed, is nature, objective, and scope of the audit. They have given beautiful introduction in the first 2 pages. So this is the outlook, or what we call the overview of the chapter. So they have given one diagram. You will see the meaning of auditing, objective and scope of audit, what is the need, necessity for the audit, and what are the benefits of audit, qualities of an auditor, inherent limitations of audit with reference to the standards of auditing. These are the pronouncements issued by the Institute of Chartered Accountants, SCA 200, which in my opinion is the mother of all the other standards, Standard on Auditing 200, which is the first standard in the series. So this is the chapter overview. Then they have given, some interesting introduction in 1-2 pages. So you can just read this. We'll discuss some other time if we have, ample time. But the learning should start from the definition. So first 2 pages, 3 pages, they try to set up one, backdrop or foundation of what auditing is. Or they might have explained you what is the purpose and necessity, which is again ACCA style. In ACCA, if you open the material in the first chapter before starting of, this definition, they have given a story that there is one person who wanted to start a business and his friend invested. One is active partner and another one is a sleeping partner. So how sleeping partner relies on the active partner's numbers, financial statements given, where is the trust, all these things. And then they said the solution for this problem is audit. That is how they developed a screenplay script. So the same story probably with some Indian masala you will see in this first 1 2 pages. When it comes to the definition, from old syllabus to new syllabus, definition will not change, that remains same, isn't it? So look here. The first part, is the definition. An audit is an independent examination. Always I tell you, if you're attending my class, whether it is a physical class or virtual class, online class, live or recorded, remember one rule. Have ICI textbook with you, have the material issued by CAP classes with you, have one notebook with you, pencil, pen, scale, calculator, all these things. Okay, so be very obedient. Even if you're attending it from your bedroom also, don't wear jockey shorts, lie down and listen to the video just like how you watch a movie. That will not bring seriousness. So I want you to be little attentive. So have ICI book, have CAP classes book. At the risk of your repetition, I'm telling again, have a notebook, pen, pencil, scale, and all these things, calculator, if you're attending any practical paper. So with your highlighter or pen, underline this: independent examination. Point number one. An audit is an independent examination of financial information of an entity. Now, what is this entity? Can this entity be profit-making entity? Yes. Or not for profit entity? Yes. Can this be of a charity? Yes. NGO? Yes. Government? Yes. So basically, audit is an independent examination of financial statements of any entity, whether it is incorporated for profit or not. Pawan sir, commercial entity, like for example, Reliance Industries, like for example, TCS, which are incorporated to achieve certain objectives, which are primarily financial objectives. Or it can be Indian Railways, or it can be Indian Post, or it can be State Bank of India, or it can be Punjab Electricity Board. So these second list of entities, whatever I told you, the public sector enterprises, they are incorporated for public welfare, not primarily for profit. Even these kind of entities are subject to strict audits. Then underline profit oriented or not, which is second important thing. What is first important thing? Independent examination. We'll discuss what is independent examination. Then profit oriented or not, irrespective of its size or legal form. In some countries, for example, if you take UK Companies Act, there is an exemption from audit for small companies. So these type of companies, you don't need to conduct audit. But in India, if you look at Indian Companies Act, audit is mandatory for all the companies. But when you look at sole proprietary firms, partnership firms, if certain criteria is not met, they don't need to undergo audit. So in Indian context, you can conduct audit of an entity of any size, small, micro, medium level enterprise, or it can be large enterprise, whatever it is. Point number one. Point number two, it can be of any legal form. It can be a sole proprietor entity, it can be a society, it can be a charity, it can be a bank, it can be, a corporation incorporated by a specific special act, or it can be a company, public company, private company, any legal form. When such an examination is conducted with a view to, third important phrase, expressing an opinion thereon. So this is the definition. If you look at the definition, there are three important ingredients. One, independent examination. Two, profit oriented or not. Three, expressing an opinion on the financial statements. Underline these three. That three have been developed into the bullet points given later in the same page. Read that. We'll discuss that in the next session. Okay. So just read this definition and try to understand what these three ingredients are. Then we'll continue after a small break. Okay.